Hi, welcome back to Breathe with Jenny with another video for you. This one is going to work on scapula stability. It's important to note that before you can begin to strengthen your shoulders, it's good to have them nice and stable. And again, that's something that a lot of us, I'm finding, don't really have. I know I certainly don't, and that's after raising 4 children that I carried on my hips, and you would think I would have very strong shoulders after all of that, but I do not. So I'm finding that this particular, actually a couple of exercises are really good for focusing on some stability in your shoulder blades, also known as your scapulae, or one would be a scapula. You have 2 of them. They're large triangular bones on your back. So here we go. I'm going to show you 2 variations for working on scapula or shoulder blade stability. We come first into hands and knees, hips over the knees basically, and then you'll often hear teachers say to have your wrists underneath your shoulders. If that works for you, that's fine, but I find that it's a little bit easier on my wrists if I walk my hands a little bit ahead of my shoulders. What we're going to do here is keep most of our spine nice and still. So the tailbone is not going to move, the lumbar spine's not going to move, and we're only going to focus on the upper thoracic spine, which again, we're going to focus just on the shoulder blades. So if you end up finding yourself coming into cow-cat, if you're familiar with that, that's not what we're working on here. So again, try to keep the lower portion of your spine still, and we're only going to move the shoulder blades. So with a nice long neck, the crown of your head towards the front of the room, we're going to breathe in and draw our shoulder blades towards one another. This is called retraction. You're going to let your sternum, that big bone in the middle of the rib cage, to lower towards the ground. And as you exhale, you're going to spread those collarbones. So similar to cat, but just the shoulder blades are going to spread. The rest of the spine stays still. And hopefully mine is staying pretty still as I demonstrate this. Breathing in, sternum, heart sinks between the arms, drawing the shoulder blades together. And on the next breath, widening the shoulder blades. It's called protraction. So you can do this any number of times until your shoulders get tired, or perhaps your wrists get tired. So that's step 1 for scapula stability. Step 2, we get to lower down. And it's going to look a little bit like Sphinx pose if you're familiar with that pose, but we're going to take our elbows a little bit wider and bring our hands towards one another and a little bit in front of us, a little further in front that we typically do for Sphinx. Again, a nice long neck. This is called axial extension. So we're growing the crown of our head out towards the front of the room, or as one of my teachers says, imagine you're headbutting the front of the room. So long, long neck. And again, the movement's going to be the same. We're going to breathe in, draw the shoulder blades together as the heart lowers down. And breathe out, spreading the shoulder blades nice and wide. In and out. And you'll probably find that this is quite a bit of work unless you know you already have really stable and really strong shoulder blades. Oh. So that's everything for those 2 exercises. I invite you to come to class on Thursday nights. This is when we work on a lot of shoulder stability, a lot of shoulder strengthening. Also in our one-on-one sessions, and since you obviously can't see what you're doing maybe yourself, that's what I'm here for as your teacher, whether it's a group class or in a private session. I will come near you and take a look and see if you're actually doing that retraction and that protraction, because most of us don't have eyes in the backs of our head to see what our shoulders are doing. So I encourage you, come to class or schedule a private session with me soon. Take care.